Courtside Report presented by adidas. Dan Nolan here with Paul Pierce. It's playoff time. It's against a team that you're very familiar with from last year. Just your first thoughts on playing the Raptors here in the first round.
Oh man, it's going to be a great atmosphere up there. I say that's one of the best crowds in basketball. So we got to be ready. It's going to be a hectic environment. The fans are really going to be into it, and we're playing a really good Raptors team.
And you mentioned the environment. This is a team last year you beat on that Game 7 block. I mean, talk a little bit about what it's like there in Toronto, starting there on the road.
I mean, it's an exciting time of the year. If you don't like playing on the road against an environment like Toronto, then you don't like playoff basketball, because they really exemplify what playoff basketball is all about, with their crowd, with their intensity. So we just got to be mentally tough, mentally ready for a ruckus atmosphere.
And you've been saying all year long from the beginning, they brought you here for your experience, and you actually have more experience in the playoffs than their entire 8-man rotation. Is that kind of weird to go into a series with that kind of experience?
I guess so. When you're a 5-star general playing against the captains, but it's just the longevity I had, the long battles in the playoffs. That's all. It's a lot of young players on both sides, on our side and their side. So I can share some of my experience, like I can share the experience I had up there in Toronto last year. It's going to be tough. It's going to be noisy. Every game, every possession, everything counts. You have to lay it all on the line every single second you're out there.
And this Nets team that you had last year, obviously a lot different than the Wizards team you're on this year. But you've been on record so many times talking about John Wall, talking about Bradley Beal. I've mentioned he's an MVP candidate. Brad obviously has been compared, you said, to Ray Allen recently. How big is it for them to go into this playoffs with experience from last year's playoffs going to that second round?
Well, this is where the good players take the next step into becoming great players here in the playoffs. This is the stage. This is where everybody is watching, and this is for them to have a chance to prove their selves that they're ready to take the next step in superstardom.
All right, thank you, Paul.
Thank you.